Hello everyone, FPO Willem here. In this video I will show you guys my team, my wildcard team for the round of 16. I've just recorded a whole video, this video to be exact, no audio. Forgot to put on audio, so I will do it again, maybe a bit better, maybe a bit worse, no idea. Hope you guys enjoyed. It will be a bit more of a freestyle. I've said it before here, but you guys couldn't hear it, or at least I couldn't hear it. So once again, it will be a bit more of a freestyle video. I don't have a lot of time anymore these days, so I have a lot of time, or I have some time to dive in and to prepare for my videos, but it won't be as deep as it used to be in the group stages, or well, the competition stages it is now. Yeah, let's just dive in. I'm starting with my team in last round, then I will go through the bracket, which the teams I expect to go through, and then I will show you guys my team. I will be playing a bit more aggressive as I have still a wild card in my pocket, so if it doesn't work out I can just put in a get out of jail card. So yeah, let's just see how I did last week, and as you guys know, nobody really did well, so I'll show you guys how I've done last week. So last game week, and before I didn't do all that well, but last game week I only scored 60 points. Now 60 points doesn't really sound that much, especially because in the last few game weeks we scored a lot more points than 60 points, but everyone did terrible, so 60 points wasn't even that bad. I think I only downgraded or lost a few spots in my ranking, so it wasn't really that bad. I have 862 points and I'm current ranking is 2k or around 2k. Didn't really had that bad of a as I said, that bad of a week comparing to others. I got really lucky that I was just memeing with some friends that all were going to Hernandez, so I was just going to Kyle Walker and just having a bit of fun there. Did work out as Hernandez got a red card, so that's why the 3 points from him isn't even that bad. Di Gregorio on goal, I expected to PSV score, didn't expect them to go through, so congrats to PSV. Pacho got a ball recovery point and clean sheet. Same goes for Hakimi with an assist and a clean sheet. Otamendi and Hakim, not really that much. Dembele, 7 goals. Of course Dembele didn't score. It feels like it happens every season. In Fantasy Premier League, I can remember last year, Salah was on the pitch for a 9-goal, was 9-0 against Southampton. He didn't get a single return, so that was a bit devastating. Foden, Pulisic, I didn't really expect anything from Foden, but Pulisic, he was just a sacrifice because Hernandez got taken off, so he was taken off as well. Barcola scored a goal, that was great, but I feel like a lot of people had Barcola. He also did get an assist. And then Pavli, this was basically my differential for this match day. A lot of people had Girassi. I didn't want to go Girassi. I felt like Pavlidis had some options, at least he's scoring a lot of goals, so just been a bit differential there. So, and it worked out as Girassi missed a penalty. So 60 points, not too bad, not too great. Happy for so far. But just going quickly through the bracket, I'll just say what I expect from every tie and who I will think to go through. It will start with Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain left top. I think Liverpool will go through. It is a bit difficult because the better teams play away first, so in fantasy terms it is a bit more difficult. I still expect to go Liverpool through, but in the first game you could go with a Dembele in your team, as it is at home. Maybe he can score some goals. I don't think they will score a lot of goals, but if someone's gonna score, it could be Dembele. Vitinha isn't even that bad of an option. If they get a penalty, you could go with Vitinha, but in the long term, Liverpool will win over the two ties, is what I expect. The next up is Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. It is a fun fixture, it's a great fixture I feel like for both teams, but I don't know who to pick there. I only have, and that's a spoiler, I only have one player in my team from Aston Villa, not really Club Brugge, because just don't really know where to put him there. Aston Villa, it is midfield, you could go with Rodgers, Asensio, or even Tielemans. Below that, I expect Aston Villa to go through, by the way, but once again difficult because they play away in the first game. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, no clue. I really got no clue. It's a toss-up. I think if Atletico Madrid get a draw in the first game, then they will win it at home, but I feel like it's 50-50. Even if they get a draw, there's still a big chance Real Madrid will take it away against Atletico Madrid, but I think 51% to Atletico Madrid. PSV, Arsenal, walkover Arsenal. Benfica, Barcelona, I think a high scoring game, so a lot of attacking plays you could pick from there, but over the two ties I will think Barcelona will go through. Borussia Dortmund, Lille, now that is a bit of a fixture we'll dive in a bit more, if you should dive in a bit more, as Dortmund aren't doing all that great in the league, but in the Champions League they're doing great, and they are focusing on the Champions League. And Lille doing great in the Champions League. Not really sure how they're doing in the League A, as I'm not that interested in the League A. But it's still a great competition. Just it's a bit boring. Paris Saint-Germain always wins. So, but Borussia Dortmund are doing great. They're keeping some clean sheets there. Guirassy is doing great. Even players like Brandt or Adeyemi are a bit of differentials. I think if you go Lille, go with Jonathan David. But I think there are a lot of better attackers there to find. So. Don't really think you guys have a spot for Lille. Bayern München versus Leverkusen. Once again a toss-up. Last time they played it was a 0-0 and Leverkusen dominated. So if someone's going through, it's Leverkusen, but you could still go with a Musiala or Wirtz. Probably a bit of a coin toss. So coins on Wirtz and heads on Musiala. If you guys want to play it with me, and then Feyenoord versus Inter, probably Inter to go through. Let's be honest, the Dutch teams are a bit unlucky with these fixtures, especially because it's difficult to score against both, against Arsenal or Inter. Inter are defensive powers and Arsenal defensive powerhouse. So if they don't score at home, the Dutch teams, it's pretty much done when they're playing away. So that's basically just to show you guys how it would look like. The only teams I don't know are Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Bayern München versus Leverkusen. Now to go through my team, of course you start with the goalkeepers, and you want goalkeepers who play on different dates. So Raya plays on a Tuesday for me, and Martinez, the backup goalkeeper from Inter, plays on the Wednesday. Reasoning I've gone with the backup goalkeeper is because I still have a wild card. So I can play a bit of more aggressive. If it doesn't work out and my whole team flops, I can just get out of jail card there. So Martinez is doing great while Sommer is injured for a month, so he probably will miss these 2 fixtures. And Raya is a defensive powerhouse. They are leaking a bit more goals, but they aren't leaking XG, as in expected goals. PSV are scoring a lot of goals, so I'm just happy. They play on a Tuesday, so if it doesn't work out, Martinez can fill in and hoping for a clean sheet against Feyenoord. But those are my goalkeepers. Moving on to the defenders. So in the defense, I've decided to go triple up on Inter with the goalkeeper and 2 Inter players. The first one is Stefan de Vrij, the second one is Denzel Dumfries, so both Dutch guys. Basically because I wanted to go with Di Marco and Dumfries, but Di Marco got injured in the last game. So I've gone with de Vrij, and de Vrij got a lot of ball recoveries, and Dumfries has a lot of attacking prowesses. Then I've gone with Gabriel, Emre Can and Grimaldo. Now Gabriel and Grimaldo are quite set in stone. If Arsenal is going to score, it feels like it will be Gabriel with a header. PSV aren't that great in the air. Maybe Luke de Jong can get him off, but and Grimaldo is taking free kicks and feels like he's scoring every single free kick. Emre Can, I've gone with Emre Can because you could go with Slotterbeck. Feels like they are the same. The only thing I think is that Emre Can could be on penalties if Guirassy isn't in the starting 11, or at least on the pitch at that moment in time when they get a penalty. And he could move up to a central defensive midfield spot if necessary. Don't think it will happen. Ball recoveries, Slotterbeck has a bit of an advantage. But last time, Can got more ball recoveries. So, take your choice. I think they're both great picks. Just wants to go with a bit more attacking chances. But probably Emre Can will do nothing in the attacking department there. So in the midfield, I've decided to go with Adeyemi, Rafinha, Asensio, Wirtz, and Salah. Now, Salah, Wirtz, Rafinha are basically set in stone. Salah is doing great, he's scoring every game, he's on penalties. Same goes for Wirtz, he's doing great, he's scoring every penalty. Rafinha is doing great, not scoring every penalty because Lewandowski is on every penalty. But he's still howling. He had a 30 or 40 pointer at some time, scoring 3 goals and a few assists earlier in this league phase. And so those 3 are set in stone for me. Bit of template, but sometimes the boring picks are often the best picks. That's why they're boring, because everyone has them. And I've gone with a bit of differential, with Adeyemi and Asensio. Maybe Asensio isn't that differential, but at least an Aston Villa player. It could be Rodgers there, could be Tielemans, could be someone else. McGinn is on free kicks, maybe even on penalties. Who is on penalties there? I think it's McGinn. Not sure. But at least an Aston Villa midfielder. If you really guys want to know, I will probably post my team a half hour or 50 minutes before the deadline. So follow me on Twitter if you Would like to see my final formation. And with Adeyemi, I think he's doing great. He is a bit of a differential, as I said, playing against Lille, and he is playing on a Tuesday, so if he doesn't work out, same goes for Asensio. If they don't work out, I can sub them out for players like Salah, Wirtz, or even Rafinha. Now, in the attacking department, I've gone with Guirassy, Kylian Mbappé, and Lewandowski. I think everyone has these three, but just to go through, Guirassy scored in basically every single match except for the last one. He missed a penalty. I can remember a friend of mine captained him, got 0 points, 2 times 0, still 0. He's bottom of the league, I can tell you guys that. He's at the moment he's a phenomenon in the league. He's scoring a lot. In the Champions League, he's returning every game. So he's basically set in stone. And against Lille, I think it's often a misconception with. I know Kylian Mbappé and Mo Salah are great, way better players than Guirassy, but they don't have the fixture as Guirassy yet, and that's basically why I will captain him in, as you guys can see here. So if it was Liverpool against Dortmund, I would captain Salah, but it's Liverpool against Paris Saint-Germain, who are in great form at the moment. So yeah, Guirassy captain. Next to him, Kylian Mbappé. I feel like you could go with Vinicius. I just think at this moment in time, the form of Mbappé is a bit better than Vinicius, so that's basically why I went Mbappé. He scored a few goals and Vinicius didn't. He got some assists in fantasy terms with shooting on goal, gets deflected, someone else scores. Yeah, he's not doing all that great, but it wouldn't surprise me if I go with Mbappé and Vinicius will howl, or vice versa. So yeah, shoot your shot there. Lewandowski lost when he's getting a lot of braces. The last time he played against Benfica, he scored 2 goals, and they're playing against Benfica once again. He is on penalties. He's getting, as I said, a lot of braces. I think he got 4 braces in the Champions League phase so far. He's not getting any man of the match rewards, basically because when he scores there are a lot of tap-ins. So as a striker you should have a lot of tap-ins as you are in the right place then, and he's getting a lot of penalties. So those aren't really yeah, unexpected that he won't get any man of the match rewards. It's always a bit weird because Vitinha from Paris Saint-Germain did get man of the match, and he is scoring a penalty, and then maybe some Paul Kovic. It's always a bit weird, but at least he's scoring 2 goals. So I think most of you guys will go with Guirassy, Mbappé, and Lewandowski, or Guirassy, Vinicius, and Lewandowski. If you want to go differential, Pavlidis scored a hat-trick against Barcelona, so yeah, still a great option there. I also wanted to show you guys what it will look like, yeah, which days every player will play. I have 7 players who play on the Tuesday, and I have 8 players who play on the Wednesday. Of course, rotating goalkeepers. I rather had it 8 players on the Tuesday and 7 players on the Wednesday, basically because if they don't play, you can sub them out. But I think every single one of these players, maybe the Inter players, as in experience from this season so far, they do rotate a bit, but they have a bit of an injury crisis at the moment. But still, I think the defense is strong enough to keep a clean sheet against Feyenoord. But I think most of these players are really nailed. And so 7 on the Tuesday and 8 on the Wednesday. It is not that bad. And it does give me a bit more fun because I like to spread it out. Not that I have 10 players on the Tuesday, and if they don't work out, I just have to only watch a few players on the Wednesday. So yeah. Rather have 8 players or 9 players on Tuesday, but this is still a great way to play the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Usually I have it all written down. This time I'm a bit freestyling, and in the future I will be a lot more freestyling with my words there as well. It is a bit more difficult, especially if you're not a native speaker in English, but it is a bit more fun, it's a bit more spontaneous. The reasoning I am doing it is because, yeah, basically lack of time. I do like to dive in a lot of info, and I like to share it with you guys, but even visualizing it to you guys and editing it just takes way too much time for me, and I do like to spend my time with other people and, well, doing other stuff there as well. So this is probably the way I will upload my videos or make content. Maybe even in the far future I will go back to the other style if I have time, but I still enjoyed it this way. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please drop a like, please follow me on Twitter or whatever you guys want to do. I would love to see you guys' teams. If you have any questions to me, or maybe even any tips, I would like to hear it. As I said, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys have a good game week and even a good week. And I will see you guys in the next video.